For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world.
Oh! Great! Hey, guys. Hey, Claire. Hey, man. So you guys going to the party?
No, it's not for me.
Come on, Paul, lighten up, man. It's gonna be a great party.
Yeah.
Paul, life is for enjoying. Come on with us, man. Come on.
Look, you guys, we're seniors. You guys act like it's the end of the world. We're going on our mission soon anyway. You guys in less than a year, so what's the big deal? You're running out of time, Paul.
That's exactly why I'm not going.
Give me a break.
So what about you, Greg? Are you coming?
I don't know, you guys.
It's really not our kind of party, man.
You guys kill me. You worry too much. If you mess up, you can repent. Greg, you can always repent.
Hey, you guys. Going to the party?
Come on, Greg.
Hey, why don't we go to the party for just a few minutes? Come on, it's no big deal.
Greg, come on, you know what kind of party this is gonna be like.
Well, I'm a big boy. I think I can handle it. Come on, guys.
There you go.
It's crazy. What is he doing?
two powers on the earth, the power of God and the power of the devil. When God has had a people on the earth, it matters not in what age. Lucifer, the son of the morning, and the millions of fallen spirits that were cast out of heaven have warred against God, against Christ, against the work of God, and against the people of God. The war goes on. It is waged in our own lives, day in and day out, in our homes, in our work, in our school associations. It is waged over questions of love and respect, of loyalty and fidelity, of obedience and integrity. The victims who fall are as precious as those who've fallen in the past. It is an ongoing battle.
I don't know. Everybody makes it seem like it's so easy to repent.
Wherefore, take upon you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
One day when I was...
Testing. Check. They're working.
Utah. You are watching Mormon Talk with Carson O. Kimball and Brett O'Call.
Fix this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mormon Talk once again. My name is Carson.
And I am Brett.
Wait, Brett, you have to hold up your mic.
Oh. And I am Brett. Brett O'Call.
We're going to go ahead and close up the phone lines.
More like Brett No Call.
No calls yet, Brett O'Call. Anyway, welcome to Mormon Talk. I would say for anyone new to the show, we're a call-in show, and we answer questions, life questions about our church. We're members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but it doesn't have to be about that. You could ask for advice, or maybe share something uplifting, or share through a struggle you're going through, and maybe we could all help out together.
But most importantly, we like to have a good time here on the show, and so, let's keep it nice. Let's keep it friendly, and
family friendly.
Family
as well.
friendly, and let's just have a good time.
Okay, well, wonderful. Welcome to the show. As everyone knows, as a lot of you know, this will be our last episode on Twitch.tv.
We're cutting it off.
It's been a fantastic run. It's been we've met lots of wonderful and sometimes wacky friends here, and sometimes some people who are not so friendly and, have sought out to just troll or splash the show. But overall, we've met some wonderful people, and we're very, very grateful for that. And I know that I thank the Lord for those people every time I get on my knees. And so, anyway, why don't we go ahead and look at the chat? We hardly ever do that.
I know it's been something that we've kind of neglected, and so Little Dave 85 says bingo is going well already. Are you playing in a bingo hall?
If so,
Do you know Edith Bunker? No, they wouldn't. They probably wouldn't live in the same place.
no.
Are bingo halls still operational?
I don't know.
With the current social climate. I don't know.
I think that as long as participants are 6 feet apart, which probably isn't that hard for bingo.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Someone said geriatric says, "Where are my faithful members at?" You got a couple of them right here, my friend. So hello. Isn't today talent talk? No, it's not. Carson did call him. Okay. No, it's not talent talk today. That is the first week of every month. So we'll just go ahead and wait for that. Okay. There was a farmer had a dog. Bingo was his name-o.
An old favorite.
Oh, wonderful. That's an old favorite. Okay, Carson, why did you create Carson? Okay, where's Brett's head?
What are they talking about? Oh. the new setup in the studio here is it's not perfected yet, but we're getting there. I don't know where the camera goes up to.
Yeah, we can't see the camera.
So I'm sitting on this chair here, and it's really all we have here in the studio. But as we get new furniture, we'll finally be on an even keel there.
Okay, yeah, and yeah, once we get it, yeah, we're gonna have to invest in a new chair. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and take another look at the chat, and then we might just open up the phone lines. Who knows? Okay. He said. Okay, someone said an
F-sharp.
an F-bomb, and I don't know how that got in the chat. Maybe Hunter is gone. But okay. We can see the top of your mask, Brett. That is all. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and open up the phone lines before Brett and I just start rambling on about frivolous. Okay, well, anyway, the phone lines are open. The show as normal will commence, and in the second hour of the show, we do have some special things to talk about and to share together as we wave goodbye to Twitch.tv. Hello, caller. You are on the air with C. Kimball.
And B. Call. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hello, this is Randy.
Hello, Randy. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, but, I've been pretty down this week because it turns out I flunked all my classes because I asked some unnamed individual for help with my homework, but he refused to give me answers.
Well, it sounds to me like it's homework is okay to receive help with, but ultimately it is up to you, and it is your personal assignments. And so if
I learned about shapes this week.
Okay.
I learned a lot about the triangle pizzas and rectangle long johns.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I think he's trying to touch on something that we're not going to touch on.
Wait.
Listen, hey, Randy, I think I know where you're coming from, and I really don't think we should touch that on this show.
I'm not trying to touch anything.
Well, you're touching on, the long johns.
The only thing I touch is when I hold on to rods.
What?
The only thing that I touch is when I'm holding on to rods. I just touch rods every day.
Well, that's okay.
I think you've got it. I think you've got it wrong, son.
I can't tell if you're joking or not, Randy, but I hope you don't take this personally, but judging by the fact that it's you, you're probably trying to joke, and it's going over my head.
Wait, I have a question. This is about your background. Is that background the same thing on your wonderful book Window to His Love?
Oh,
it's similar.
Yeah, it's similar. It is a wheat field. I love wheat fields. They are very meaningful to me. And so, yes, this is a wheat field. Good observation.
So, speaking of Window to His Love, did you hear the Mormon Talk song?
No, actually, we received an email that contained, I think, the song you're talking about, and I watched maybe a couple seconds of it, and then I stopped myself, and then I called Brett and told him not to watch it because we wanted to watch it live on the show, because apparently a lot of work was put into it, someone said, and our good friend who is kind of involved in the fan community behind the scenes let us know that a lot of work was put into it, like I said, and so we're going to share it all together at the end of the hour. I'm really hoping that there's nothing in it that's filth or intended to splash. So
I've watched it. It's all family friendly. Like you could air it on the show.
okay, well we're really banking on that, and if not, we're just going to go ahead and delete this whole video. But okay, well, wonderful. Thank you for calling in, Randy, and I hope that you can enjoy our last show on Twitch.
All right, thank you. I hope you go to a platform with no gamers.
Yeah, we are switching to YouTube, and the thing about Twitch is there's lots of gamers, which there's certain demographics that are attracted to gaming, and they are typically more rough and tumble type of emotions.
Absolutely.
And words can be a lot more intended to rile people up with filth, and try and hype people up by saying bad words, and so yeah.
All right, thank you.
So we're switching to YouTube. There's more families that view YouTube. There's a bigger range of demographics, and so naturally it's a lot less filthy of a platform, and it's more family friendly. And so thank you, Randy. I hope you enjoy our last show on Twitch.
Have a great night, Randy.
All right, bye.
I don't know how you can hold these microphones up for so long. Like, sometimes I can barely get it up to my face and hold it up for so long.
Yeah.
This is a very hefty microphone.
Hello, caller.
You are live on the air with Brett O'Call
and Carson O'Kimball. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hallo, ich habe eine schnelle Frage für dich.
Pardon?
Ich habe eine schnelle Frage für dich. Meine Freundin.
I think he's speaking Arabic.
Sie hat das normannische Kultur gesagt.
Okay.
I thought it was Dutch.
Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball
and Brett O'Call. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Okay, I'm having a really hard time hearing you guys. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you perfectly.
Oh, you're having a hard time hearing us.
Carson, I think you're coming over okay, but Brett, I'm having a hard time hearing you. Or maybe it's reversed. But
wait,
anyways,
Dr.
Hello?
Shades,
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes. Whoever said Dr. Shades, you are correct, and I can hear you just fine. But the other individual, I cannot. I can hear you hardly at all. I'm afraid.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Sorry, barely hear you, my man.
Okay, go ahead and speak, Brett.
Turn that knob. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
A little bit better, but not much.
Okay, let's see. Check the levels.
Okay. All right.
Can you hear me?
Okay, getting better.
Can the people watching the show on Twitch hear us, or is it just the Skype that can't hear us very well?
Okay, that was good. But Carson, I can hear you just fine, and I'm going to go ahead with this call. Is that okay?
Yes, please continue.
Okay, anyways, well, as you figured out, this is Jason, but I go by Dr. Shades on the internet. And it's good to talk to you guys again. Hope you had a good week.
Perfect. Yes, we have had a wonderful week. At least I have. How about you, Carson?
I've had a very wonderful week as well. I've been doing a lot of reflecting.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah. And so
okay.
So,
okay. Well, I've been doing some reflecting too, and earlier, several episodes ago, you said that we don't have to always talk about church-related issues. We can also talk about, how we're doing and that sort of thing. But this time, I have. Are we also allowed to make confessions?
Yeah. I will caution. As long as what you're confessing isn't of a family-threatening.
Oh no! I would.
No innocence threatening.
I would never do that. No. This is totally family-friendly. But you talked about Carson. You talked about how you'd been doing some reflecting this week, and as a matter of fact, I have too. And it was about something that I did earlier, and I've been feeling pretty guilty about it. And yes, I went and confessed to my bishop about it, but I still feel like I should make a public apology. Which means it might take a little bit longer on this phone call, and I don't want to take up too much time because lots of other people would like to call in. So may I go ahead with this confession, or would you prefer that I not do so, that everyone else has a chance to call?
Go for it.
Okay, well, here's what happened. A lot of my friends in the chat room know that I have a second job as a medical courier.
Okay.
Biomedical courier. Did you guys know that was my second job?
I did not know anything about that.
Oh, you did not? Okay. Well, I'm a licensed medical courier. So what I can do, or what I typically do, is when I sign up for jobs, so to speak, is I'll take biomedical samples from one facility to another.
Okay.
So usually it's pretty low key, pretty mundane, kind of like if somebody needs a kidney transplant and one has been made available, I'll fly to Austin and pick it up, and then fly it back up to let's say Buffalo.
Oh, wow.
For the recipient there, and they'll so it's oftentimes just moving human organs from place to place. But sometimes it gets really interesting because sometimes I'll even take biomedical samples for analysis and so forth from research facility to research facility. So things like that. It's usually mostly just a lot of flying. Check out biomedical material, check it back in, sign for it, have someone else sign for it, and that. So pretty easy. Not really much. Not really much to speak of, but back in early October of last year, I did something kind of bad, and like I said, I confessed to my bishop about it, and he said, "Hey, it was just a mistake, so I probably shouldn't worry about it because, in God's eyes, the only difference between mistakes is just the level of the level of repercussions it is, because all mistakes are pretty much the same and don't need to be repented of." So, anyways, continuing, I do have a point with this. Last October, I actually flew out. This is an international flight. I went to the Wuhan lab, and I was taking some samples from there over to the CDC in Atlanta. So the Wuhan Research Lab, I'm sure that's been in the news. You've heard of that, haven't you?
Yes.
Can you refresh my memory? I'm sorry. I don't exactly know what we're talking about.
Okay, the Wuhan Research Lab, they kind of like the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta. They do research on virology and bacteriological type things and so forth. So anyways, so what I was doing is I was taking some samples from there over to the CDC, but my flight wasn't going to leave until the next day. So I hooked up with some folks that were they're LDS missionaries, but they're not proselyting. They're performing humanitarian service for the people, teaching English classes and so forth. So I was there to partake of the sacrament with them and so forth. And prior to that, the sample, it was a little bit lighter than usual, because usually you're taking a kidney or a liver, that's got a predictable weight. But this is a lot lighter. So against protocol, I went ahead and snapped it open, and there were these vials. Just these vials of, I don't know what it was, just liquid material. Okay, so I just was looking at it, and I guess I flipped up and I misplaced one of them. And when I was partaking of the sacrament with these American folks, they brought in one individual who was really having a hard time healing from a recent surgery, and they asked me if I would help give a blessing. So I went ahead and agreed. And I went to apply the oil upon the person's head to, consecrate the blessing. Well, instead of getting my vial of olive oil, I accidentally opened the biomedical vial that I'd gotten from the Wuhan lab, and I anointed her head with that. And so it immediately, I knew it wasn't oil because it spilled out immediately. Usually you only get a couple of drops out of the thing if it's your consecrated oil, but this like spilled all over her head. It was like a watery substance. And it's like, oh, dang. And I looked at it, and I had accidentally swapped out the Wuhan lab sample for my consecrated oil. So, and I looked at it, it's like, oh, no, I knew what I had done. So I looked at it, and it said coronavirus-nouveau.
Okay, hold on, wait. Wait, hold on, Doctor. Okay, hold on. I understand that there's some elaborate, think people can try and make up something, zany or whatever, just a story, just to entertain. But I just want to ask you, like, is this real? Like, are you telling? Is this real?
I haven't been.
He's
talking about
what?
Let me just sum it up. He is saying that potentially he caused the coronavirus pandemic.
Well, in my own defense, I didn't know it was going to be this bad of a global pandemic.
Have you told anyone else this?
Well, I just told my bishop about it, because then after this happened, I went ahead and I felt really bad about it. But I went ahead and delivered the sample to the CDC in Atlanta, and they immediately caught on that one of the vials was missing, and they were mad.
Wait, you should have alerted the president.
This was back in early October of 2019.
Wait, okay. Let me once more, Jason, Dr. Shades. Is this legit?
Yeah, well, it's about as legit as you can possibly imagine.
Oh,
but
this is really big. This is huge. This is huge. So just once more, you've only told your bishop and then the entire Mormon Talk audience?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I talked to the bishop about it, and I told him about how bad I was feeling, because, this has had a little bit of a greater consequence than I had thought. I figured it'd all blow over, but no, I wasn't so lucky. But anyways, so I told my bishop about it, and he said,
Dr. Shades, you're the reason that we're wearing masks right
one
now.
Of those things. So I shouldn't really, beat myself too much
Do you understand
over
what the world
it.
has become of this? Because
yeah.
Of this no, the whole world economies are being absolutely just
demolished.
Down
I'm wearing a mask because of you.
Yeah, I noticed that, and that's why I've been feeling pretty guilty. So so it's to you guys and others who've had to wear masks that I really feel. I just wanted to confess and get this off my chest because I've been feeling pretty bad about it. So I'm sorry for everybody whose jobs were lost. I apologize for everybody who's wearing a mask. This whole social distancing thing. This whole that's pretty much my fault, and so I'm sorry. I'm sorry for folks. I'm sorry for causing all that coronavirus.
I don't even know what to say about. I think you need to tell more than just us and your bishop. I think you need to call the White House.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yes. I think that you need to speak to Mike Pence about this.
Oh, you think I should?
The break button.
Yeah, but what's? I don't see how that'll make it better though.
Okay. Everyone, please stay on the line, Dr. Shades. Everyone, we're gonna go on a quick break, and we're gonna just kind of iron some things out, and we will be back.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, turn off the microphone right here. Okay, Dr. Shades, can you still hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So we just went off air for a second. You have to. This is huge. This is very.
I can't even wrap my head around
is this
what
real?
happened.
Oh, of course not. I'm just joking around.
Oh.
I'm not a medical courier. Goodness gracious.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Oh, my heart was racing. I was losing it.
I was just I was just having fun with y'all.
Oh, I felt the entire my entire universe just kind of. I don't even know how to describe it. I feel like I just went into a warp pipe. Like I just. Wow.
What are you talking about, warp pipe?
Well,
yeah, no,
I mean, I just wanted to switch things up a little bit, but no, I'm not a biomedical career, for heaven's sake.
Oh
no.
man, I'm so thankful.
I just wanted to see everyone's reaction when I said, hey, sorry for causing a global pandemic, but no hard feelings, eh?
That was.
Oh shoot! They can still. Hold on.
What? Can they still hear us?
Muted.
Oh.
Oh, dude, mute that. Mute it, dude.
It's already muted.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I muted it, but everyone heard.
Oh man, well that pretty much blunts the comedic effect, that makes it not quite, But oh well, yeah, I tried.
No, it's okay. I think it was a very very.
I
don't
think it was that funny.
You had me. You don't? I think it was.
No, I don't think it was that funny at all.
You had me by the, wow. That was incredible.
You definitely had me going. There's that for sure. But
well, good.
It's
well, thank you for listening. Thank you for playing along. Thank you for being a good sport.
I think
not for playing along because you didn't play along. But go ahead.
No, we weren't playing along. You had me by the, but anyway, I'm kind of glad that everyone could hear this. I'm just gonna go back. I'm kind of glad everyone heard that because there were people about to text the police. There were people. About to, just kind of... There were people going very, very bananas and stuff in the chat.
Oh, are they really? Oh, no.
Yeah, so...
Okay, because I've got it on full screen, so I can't see the chat, so...
Oh, okay.
Well, dang. Well, son of a gun. Well, I'm glad that nobody called the police.
That was a very zany joke, and I think that the audience found humor.
I think it was a little over the line.
Oh, you think it was over the top? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well... Yeah, it wasn't me that caused it after all, but, if it made somebody think so and, get a laugh or two, then hey, so much the better. But,
Wait, are you sure? Can I stop you? Are you sure you didn't actually do it and you're just kind of feeling guilty again and so you're kind of going
No,
with
I didn't.
most
No, I did not do it. Nope, I did not. I work full time. I absolutely am not. I don't even know if there's such thing as a biomedical career. I just made that part up.
Oh, that sounded very weird to me.
No, I'm not a biomedical career, for heaven's sake. And there's no possible way. And even if there was such a thing, I doubt that anybody can just pop open the box and look through the contents.
You probably I hope that there would be more
nothing at all.
Security measures in place.
Oh, hey, hang on a second. Can you? Hey, can I? I'm getting a knock at my door. Can I let you guys go?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah. I better answer the door. They're pretty insistent. Okay. I'll be okay.
Talk to you later, Dr.
Hope
Shades.
to let you show after I get the door here, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good show. Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay. Bye.
A Shoal, thank you for the resubscription. That's 7 months. That's unbelievable. Whoa, there's kind of hello, caller. You are live on the air with Brett O'Call
and Carson O'Kimball. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hello.
Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hello, my name is Marshall, and I would just like to say Randy tried to extort me for answers for his homework.
Oh, he tried to extort you?
Yes, he tried to extort me for answers to his homework.
Oh, well, I'm glad you didn't give him the answers, and if you did and he got them wrong, I think that teaches him a lesson to do his own homework.
Oh yeah, he also told me that Carson is his favorite.
Carson is his what?
Carson is his favorite.
No, I think he's pulling your string there. Brett O'Call is clearly his favorite.
He kept trying to extort me out of my answers for my homework, and I told him no, and then he beat me up and stole all my Mike's Hard Lemonade.
That is well.
Okay, this is a joke. That's a joke. I had enough of jokes already.
Hello, caller. Oh, hello, Sister Edith Bunker.
Hi, Edith.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear us?
We can hear. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you. Hi.
Excellent. Okay, cool.
I'm on Mormon Talk.
You are on Mormon Talk once
so
again.
Happy.
Well, wonderful. Would you like to share something with us, Sister Bunker, or do you have perhaps a
I'm
question?
very mad at Dr. Shades. That was a mean thing for him to do.
I agree.
To spread coronavirus everywhere.
Oh,
I am
he didn't
locked in my room at Sunnybrook Retirement
No.
for 8 weeks.
No, you
I
missed
can't see my son. I can't see my daughter. I can't see my grandson Carson, and I can't do karaoke on Tuesday nights because Dr. Shades he spread the virus all over the place.
I just want to, for the
and
record.
He's a
No,
very
sister, he, it was a joke. It was all a very poor taste joke.
Spreading the virus is no joke. This is a worldwide pandemic, and him spreading the virus as a joke is not a laughing matter.
No.
That call was a joke.
Yes. Please, if people are texting the police or if people are, because does anyone know what happened to him? Because there was someone knocking on his door.
He had a knock on the door. Do you think the police came to get him?
I'm sure it was his family or something.
I don't know. I'm afraid that they did because that's never happened before.
He is ruder than Randy. Randy is so rude.
I think.
And Dr. Shades is even worse than Randy.
Okay.
Playing that joke on me.
There's two.
I am so angry right now.
Sister, I have to agree with you. Nobody should get a second chance after a poor taste joke like that.
I think that he should, and I have to disagree with you on this, Brett. Here's the thing. There's two scenarios that are possible here. Either one, he was pulling a fast one on everyone, and he got me. And no one should be contacting law enforcement or texting the police or anything like that. Or the second scenario is he was telling the truth, but because of Brett and I's reaction, he buckled and maybe didn't he kind of just tried to get away from it and say, no, actually I didn't do it.
What if he was telling the truth? Maybe you got the confession of a worldwide killer on your show tonight.
No.
Now that's on your shoulders, Carson. That this killer of millions of people with coronavirus told you on your show. Don't you think you have some sort of responsibility to call the president and Mike Pence to let them know that this happened?
I'm pretty sure if someone called the police, Mike Pence knows already.
Yeah, they would have a direct line to him.
Yes.
Anyway, please.
No, we're talking about friendship tonight, right?
Well.
That's we can't. It's still we can talk about friendship if you would like to, sister.
Friendship.
Yeah.
I need to talk about friendship because I'm so upset, and if I don't settle down, I may have a heart attack.
Well, please
tell us what is happening,
Sister Bunker.
Dr. Shades, I have a heart attack.
I have an idea. How about we just do this real quick? This might help.
I'm gonna sing a song.
Go ahead, sister.
I am a child of God, and He has sent me here, has given me an earthly. Okay, I forgot the words. I'm so old, so I forget things so much. I wish I could remember those words. That was my favorite hymn.
Okay.
I'm on new medication for my glaucoma tonight too. It's something called Purple Kush, and it's for my glaucoma. It makes me a little loopy.
Purple
Makes
Kush.
me a little tired, but I giggle a lot too.
Purple Kush. Okay. I don't.
How are you? I heard you're upset. Are you okay? There's a chipmunk. There's a furry in my room.
What? Wait.
I just saw one.
I'm so
Oh, it may
confused.
be,
Am
maybe
I
it's the
even in the same
medication I'm on
universe?
tonight.
Who's in your room? Are you? There's an intruder in your
It's a
room.
chipmunk. Can you hear it? Listen. It's just so weird.
Is everyone just
You guys
pranking
are
us?
hearing this, right?
I can't tell if everyone's just like having a big giant, group prank.
Go away, chipmunk. Furry, go away. Go away, furry.
Sister Bunker, I hope
Sorry,
that you
like
can.
I said, I'm on new medication. I feel a little weird tonight.
Okay,
But
well,
I'm going to go, and we'll get more callers. Maybe Randy will call in and make me feel better. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Okay.
I think it's she should go to sleep. Hello, caller. You are live on the air with Brett O'Call.
Hey,
and Carson O'Kimball. Welcome to the show.
hey, it's Frank. How you guys doing today?
Oh, hello, Frank. How are you doing?
Hey, a couple things, man. Big shout out. When I heard you talking about Pence, I just a little something about myself. I don't really share this with a lot of people, but I'm the president of the Mike Pence fan club here in Oklahoma, man. So, great American. He shoots straight, and it was just great to hear you guys say his name. But that's not the point of this call. Okay. Let's not get into politics. I think you're missing Carson. I mean, forgive me. You're prophetic, son. And I don't mean
prophetic?
to get...
Whoa.
You are prophetic. And I don't want to get in the way of that gift. But I believe Shade said he did talk to his bishop. Am I correct? Did he not say he told his bishop?
He did say that?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that's all that needs to be done. I mean, are we not members of this church?
Well, yeah, yes, but he mentioned that it was a mistake, and therefore,
I understand, but in the scenario, he told his bishop. I think that's good enough.
Okay.
I don't know what I could.
Anyway, let me switch gears. I've been doing readings on Sunday with some of the kids in the neighborhood of Windows to His Love.
Oh, well, what?
Really?
Well, I just follow me on this. I am prepared to send you two gentlemen plane tickets and hotel rooms
to Oklahoma.
when all this COVID social distancing is behind us, to come to a special reading for the community here of people that have never heard Windows to His Love. I will arrange this for you, and I just want to let you know when the time comes. I want to support you two fine young men in spreading that wonderful message, that truth that's in that book to these youngsters here.
Well,
I'm not joking. On my honor, after COVID-19, I will arrange a little community thing. I would very much love it if you two gentlemen could come and share just your truth. There's a lot of college kids here, guys, and I don't know if you know this, but there's gamers here, and they've now passed medical marijuana, which is just a gateway to meth and heroin and pornography. We know this, and
yes, absolutely,
and so I really think it's a calling, gentlemen, and I feel a call to support this.
We will do it. This wouldn't be the first time that we've gone somewhere far away to try and help people, but we will do it. If it will help people and you're confident that that's the case, there's nothing that we won't do.
It would be an honor to be the one to help.
Right.
I would love to partake of the sacrament with you too. And I just think that would just be, just that alone, and talking Windows to His Love,
sure,
and partaking of the sacrament together. You know what I'm saying?
I would
love
faith. That. I would absolutely love that opportunity. I would do that in a heartbeat. And you have a great idea, and even locally here in Lehigh, someone approached us and they've wanted Brett and I to actually come and be guest speakers for a detention center. And to talk to inmates that maybe need some help or some friendship or need some hope.
Well, it was like young adults.
Right. Yeah, the demographic is secondary. We've been asked to do this already, and if we have to go across the country to do the same thing, we'll do it.
Well, I got to tell you, and I'll close on this. What I'm so proud of, in this time when people are bad-mouthing the president and his leadership, and that there's two fine young men like yourselves that you accept the burden. And let's face it, boys, it's a burden. You guys have a gift, and there's a price to that gift. And you said it, Carson. You're just going to have to keep giving. That's what you guys are. You're givers. You give, and you just keep giving. And I for one, I'm so thankful, and I can't wait till we can talk a little bit more about this. But there's some young minds that I think you gentlemen are going to reach, and I can't wait to be a part of that. Anything I can do to support you gentlemen in the spreading your truth, I just want to let you know that I'll do everything I can, and this will be the first step in this journey.
Well, thank you.
With that, no problem. With that, peace and love. By the way, Brett, I got to tell you, that shirt reminds me of something. Real quick story before the gospel came into my life, and I was smoking pot. I was in a band, and I just spent my days smoking pot, playing rock, random sex. That was my life, carefree. Then the missionaries came.
Yeah.
I was 30 years ago, and for the past 30 years, I've done none of that. I just hear, right? Same woman, same wife. I got 9 kids.
Good.
It's
Good
great. Man. I'm not smoking pot. I'm not playing rock, random sex. It's just me here for the past 30 years doing this. It's great.
That's awesome.
And I just got to tell you, this church is true. This church is so true.
Yeah, you're definitely following your divine path. I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, exactly. And it often we're told not to judge people, because there's a child of God within them that has infinite potential. But we forget not to judge ourselves, and we forget to let ourselves become the ones that the Lord wants us to be. And so, I'd love just for our audience to see that this is an example of, someone who, no matter how rough and tumble someone can become, or how hardened they can be by life, no matter how hardened they are, they can, become softened.
Yeah.
By the Lord, and there's
very
no
soft.
limit to their potential, to become the ones. The person who Heavenly Father created them to become. And so thank you for sharing that, Frank. Thank you for everything.
No problem.
That you've shared with us
I
on
was
Twitch.
so hard. Last thought. I was so hard, rock hard, like a diamond cutter hard.
Yeah.
I mean, just hard. Lord made me soft. I mean, just, it's great. You know what I'm saying? But, I want to say one more thing. We all deserve second chances, and I don't know why I've been thinking about that, but there's been a lot of hate in the air, and you know what? I'm about peace and love, and I like second chances. I know I've made a lot of mistakes. You guys are beautiful. Peace and love to all you guys. I'll catch you guys later. Good night.
Thank you, Frank.
Wonderful.
I believe in second chances as well.
I agree. Redemption's the best story of all. And okay, let's go ahead and read a little bit of this chat. Frank is so wholesome, says Fat Knees Butterball. I agree. New Deal Lois says, I can verify that Frank is very soft right now. Wonderful.
It's very good for his wife. It's when you're a hard yeah, you just said his wife of 30 years or so.
This is Randy A. Williams.
Oh shoot. Hello, welcome to Mormon Talk, Randy A. Williams. I am Carson O'Call.
And I am Brett O'Call. Welcome to Mormon Talk. You slipped right in there.
Yes, I didn't know when to really say anything, so I just decided to go for it.
Well, thank you for going for it. Yeah, we didn't. I didn't realize we answered another call. What would you like to share with us tonight, Mr. Williams?
Well, I was actually calling in. I kind of got a little bit inspired by Dr. Shade's. Well, now that it's a joke, I guess it's not really inspiring anymore. But before, I didn't. I had kind of a confession of myself to make. we're being vulnerable tonight. We're sharing, we're sharing our softer sides. So if you guys would be okay, I'd like to make a confession as well.
Yes. I mean, is it family friendly? No innocence. It's
most importantly, just remember, any confession of a sinful nature, we can't help. We can only give you encouragement, but there are two people.
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Confessed in, and that's the Lord, and to your bishop or stake president, respectively, and so, or branch
Agreed.
president. So.
Well, yeah, just because we're in this coronavirus pandemic, I haven't been able to talk to my bishop. But as soon as we're back in touch, I definitely will. But for now, I've been really thankful for your guys' help over the last month or so with fighting my urges, and I just I felt that because you guys were the ones that kind of kicked my butt into gear. I bought something a while ago, and it finally came in the mail, and it was this Gamer Girl bathwater, and my confession is, I'm a gamer and I need help. I only go on Twitch really, and when you guys move to YouTube, it'll be a different ball game for me. But I'm a gamer, and I really want to repent for my actions, and just looking for some encouragement.
Well, I think when you follow us onto YouTube, it's going to make life a lot easier for you, because you'll be surrounded by when you're on Twitch, you're surrounded by gamers, right? And so it's so easy to kind of fall into that crowd. But when you come over to YouTube, there won't be any more gamers over there. So I think it'll be a new crowd for you to really explore with, and kind of find maybe your true self, because your gamer side, it's not your true self. And so I think it's gonna be good for all of us, and I'm excited to see you there, Frank.
Yeah.
Sorry, my apologies. I'm excited to see you there, Mr. Williams.
Well, thank you so much, Brett. I really appreciate that. I agree. I gotta just kick it in addition to my other destructive habit, and I think both of those will go hand in hand. Making just maybe I can ban Twitch, as not have my internet filter block Twitch,
yeah,
and have it bark at me.
That's definitely a start. No, that sounds like you know what you need. It sounds like you've found your answer, and so
yeah,
I'm really happy. I'm really happy for you moving forward.
Thank you. I feel, the load is off my chest, so thank you so much.
Well, good. And you know what?
Yeah, share your load.
Yeah. Don't ever forget that the one that will carry you through this is the Lord.
Yes.
He'll carry you through this, and that's his promise. And so, in gaming, I know Brett might be a little in disagreement with this. Gaming can be fun and can be enriching and uplifting experience sometimes, but it's just the nature of those games. If you're playing games like League of Legends, or if you're playing games like what is it called, Halo or Doom, or something like that, where there's
Doom is atrocious,
violence and blood and cussing. And
Doom is literally satanic. I can't.
And there's even games with porn splashed in it.
Yeah.
And so
my vice is Club Penguin, actually.
That's been shut down.
What are you talking about?
Club Penguin?
I'm not sure what I've been playing then. But anyways, thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Wait, what have you been? I'm sorry. Have you been playing a bootleg version of Club Penguin? I'm sorry, I just chuckled about that.
What is Club Penguin?
I had no idea about Club Penguin shutting down until you told me right now. So I guess, but I don't know. This is weird, man. I just need to quit all gaming.
Sorry.
You've triggered something.
It's called laughter, Brett. Come on.
Yeah, no. I think there's something.
No.
I think there's something deeper than this.
No.
Did,
I thought
did
it
you
was
ever?
funny.
Did you ever play Club Penguin?
Yes, I played Club Penguin.
Did
a
you?
lot.
Did you still
Who
play
didn't?
it?
Who didn't?
How did you know it shut down?
Well, my account, I couldn't log in.
Well,
let's.
That's a good sign.
How much did you play Club Penguin?
It doesn't. Thank you for calling.
It's a fun game. It's a fun game, but not anymore. Not anymore. We're not playing it anymore. So thank you so much.
If there's some way you can give me a.
What are you?
A bootleg version of Club Penguin exists out there. I'm sorry, but sorry, Wilson's gonna love this. I'm so sorry. Sorry, our family has a lot of inside jokes about Club Penguin.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna.
Well,
move on
yeah,
from
and I
this
mean
call.
it's a great game. Yeah, no, thank you so much. Have a great night. You guys are great. Bye.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Brad. I think I find that awesome that there's a bootleg Club Penguin out there. Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
I'm a little. And Brett O'Call,
hello,
welcome to.
this is Brandy. I was just wondering, what separates you guys from the religions that touch little boys?
What? Wait, I didn't hear anything.
End it.
Okay. Hello, caller. You're on the air with C. Kimball.
And B. Call, welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hey guys, I'm really sad that you'll be leaving Twitch, but I'm excited that you'll be at a new family-friendly venue like YouTube.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing your feelings on that. It's inspiring to us to have so many of our fans agree with our choices. Because we started on Twitch. I don't really know why, and then we were always kind of afraid to move over.
Because Wilson, knew a lot about it because he had his.
Okay, so Wilson helped set up the stream, I guess, and so but. We talked about moving over to YouTube very early on. Once I kind of got to look at Twitch and browse around, because I thought we're gonna find other like-minded channels and stuff, but I couldn't find anything. I was like, we should move, but then there was a lot of fear about none of our viewers coming over, and so hearing now so many people really backing us on this decision. It makes me feel like we're absolutely making the right choice, and So thank you for sharing that, caller. I'm sorry to kind of steamroll your conversation. What did you want to bring up tonight?
Well, I'm just so excited for you guys to be moving over to YouTube. I wonder if you're going to be bringing over some of the Mormon Talk family with you. I mean,
of course.
Rebecca, I assume she's feeling better by now?
Yes, she is. That was really something that we just moved on from. But yes, there will be more than likely some familiar faces that will appear on the show, namely Carson and Brett. No, there's more than that.
And new faces too. I think new faces is where we should focus on.
I know there have been some rough and tumble times with the Mormon Talk family, and I mean, do you guys feel like it's going to be safe at some point to bring Brock back on? Like, has he experienced a godly sorrow for what happened?
He does not deserve a second chance on Mormon Talk. He's given it up. We've given him multiple attempts to forgiveness, but he's thrown it in our face repeatedly.
He tore down the show literally. When our green screen kept falling, it's because he took the screws from the legs out. And I didn't know this as we were streaming. I thought that Brett was pushing it over or something, and it was Brock the whole time. He was trying to more than just splash the show like he did at the end, but he was trying to get a rise out of me and Brett
and just sabotage. I think he was jealous of Mormon Talk. I think he was jealous of the community that we've built here, and that we offered him a little bit more airtime on the show with us, but he was really just throwing it down in the dirt and then trying to make us feel bad. But I think it was coming from a place of jealousy, and so I think he was trying to sabotage the show.
Yeah, I
out of jealousy or spite.
Well, I feel like a lot of times when he was on the air, he was trying to get a rise out of Carson.
Well, he definitely did.
Well, I've forgiven Brock, but I mean, here's the thing. There are families that watch the show. Every night before I go on, I text. I have a big giant list in my phone of families. I text them all and tell them to come on the show and to watch it. And I wouldn't be able to bear it if their homes were speckled with filth after watching the show because of Brock splashing.
Yeah.
With language.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned families because we gather our family around to watch Mormon Talk every week, and we were afraid for a couple of weeks that maybe it was over. I haven't understood it. My niece has been very, very impacted by this whole thing. At first I thought she was just very, very into skincare, but ever since that one episode, she puts on one of those black, those blackhead floor masks.
So.
Oh, you're talking about the charcoal masks?
No, okay.
The charcoal,
thank you, caller.
Like every day.
We thank you, and I'm so glad you guys are tuned in with your family, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of the show.
Charcoal masks are they're healthy for your skin. Hello, caller. You are live on the air with Brett O'Call.
And Carson O'Kimball. Welcome.
Hello, this is Randy.
Okay. Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
And Brett O'Call. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hello there, guys. This is Samson of Ard calling.
Oh, hello.
I've been hoping you'd call in at some point.
Yes, I've been trying a few times, and Satan was stopping me by making the network problems. So
the network
I'm so
problems,
happy to
we've
call
diagnosed it. It's called Randy.
No, the problem's on the Australian end, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the show at long last.
Yes, well, I'm excited to talk to you guys, and excited about you going off to YouTube, and just wanted to congratulate you on that.
Oh, thank you.
And I just wanted to say how excited I was that you guys decided to come back to Mormon Talk, as we were all completely brokenhearted when you quit for a while. But I understand that you probably both just needed a break. We all need a break in difficult times sometimes.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the callers that had, I've spent a lot of time thinking about Mormon Talk and kind of, kneeling in prayer over it and just kind of trying to make it as good as I can for the families that are watching and for the random person to stumble upon it. And from the very, very beginning of Mormon Talk, I really just wanted to be able to bring hope to some people, or just be a person to talk to for others. And I know Brett's had the same intention as well, and so we kind of lost sight of that when I think mostly me, I just tried to take control of things and do things my way, and I was ignoring the fact that I started all this because, I was prompted to, I was led to, and I kind of started making it my own thing, and it just went into shambles because of it. And I think that a lot of the callers that called in that were maybe not so serious kind of just all, there was a big load on my chest because all of them were kind of adding to it. And I'm just glad that's off my chest.
Absolutely.
Yes, you don't want that pearl of great price necklace on your chest, that's for sure. So, yeah, I'm excited. And you're going to have the same name, or are you going to change it to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint Talk?
No, we're going to keep the same.
As much as that rolls off the tongue.
Oh, that's good.
As much as that does roll off the tongue. That's the golden question of the night. Thank you for asking that.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, this is my theory. My theory is, I don't know if that's really of the Lord, but, or if it's President Nelson's own pride that made him change that, because I think it's all going to change back when he's gone. So I feel sorry for the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. That's a name no one knows anymore. So I'm glad to hear that you're not going to go that direction.
Well, I do think that President Nelson was 100% inspired of the Lord, and Mormon Talk. The thing is, we don't refer to our church as the Mormon Church, because it's not. It's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I don't think we've ever referred to ourselves as Mormons on the show, and if we have, it was a slip of the tongue.
I have, but just because
it's our identity. If you're a member of the Catholic Church, you're a Catholic. If you're Jewish, you're a member of whatever Jewish religion. You consider yourself a Jew, and I sort of felt when he said, "Well, we're not Mormons anymore." Well, what am I? Nothing. I'm a member.
You're much more than nothing. You're a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And
I just need a short name. I'm still Mormon. I'm going to be Mormon till the day I die.
Oh, well, you know what? I think that will be just fine. I don't see the Lord ever judging you harshly about that, and so I think you're a good man.
I did. Yeah, I just did a lot of fapping about it, and the Lord says yes, you can use that all you want.
Okay.
So I felt good about it.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in. It's wonderful to hear, all the way from down under. So, sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, hey, your Australian accent is just as good as mine, and I've been here 23 years, and I still can't do a bloody Australian accent.
It's kind of hard to master. I can't do it. I always kind of start sounding like a Southern man whenever I do. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, thank you for your call. Sorry for my embarrassing.
Oh, it's great talking to you. Hey, listen, it's more embarrassing when I do it, so don't feel bad.
Oh, all right. Well, much love to you, and take care.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Have a great night.
Hello, caller. You're on the air with COK?
NBOC. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Oh, yeah, hey guys, it's me, Jerry. How's it going?
Hello, Jerry.
Hey, J-Dog. How's it going?
J-Dog.
Well, pretty good.
Excellent. How are you? What's been going on this past week for you, Jerry?
Yeah, I too have actually been fapping quite a bit, and just trying to get through this whole COVID situation. It's really been a dankering on my soul, and so I've just been trying to uplift my spirits and feel a little bit better.
I'm sure you've been thankering about that one.
Yeah. I just been also thinking a lot. I've been trying not to fantasize about it too much, but I just can't stop imagining like President Nelson going up against President Monson in a boxing ring. I wonder who would win.
That's a little abstract, Jerry. I mean, that's like asking, who would win in a boxing match between Richard M. Nixon and John F. Kennedy or something,
Yeah, I think that. Well, here's the thing. I don't think that picturing that is really something very reverent to picture.
I agree.
Oh, yeah, I know. I just can't help it. But anyway, I've also been thinking a lot about the divine role of women in this hard time.
Well, actually, you know what? I take back what I said. Because boxing is like tennis or something. It's a sport. And, if you ask the question, who would win a tennis match, President Nelson or President Monson? I'm sorry, the violence of boxing kind of threw me off. But, if I were to picture it, I'd say probably President Monson would definitely win. He's much taller than President Nelson. But I think that thinking about the prophets doing that might be, like I said, it's a little bit irreverent. But maybe the apostles or something like Quentin L. Cook versus maybe David A. Bednar.
Yeah, and something to think about too is if they're playing tennis. I don't know if you young guys. I mean, you're on Twitch. If you ever played Mario Power Tennis, but President Monson could have like the eardrop shot or something like that, and President Nelson could have the eternal smile shot. They got zingy and zangy moves that they could use.
Well, that's a wonderful thing to think of. We'll
what about volleyball?
Volleyball would be...
I mean, it's kind of hard to play one-on-one. No. Yeah, you're right. Tennis is probably more appropriate.
I could see maybe ping pong.
Oh, well, yeah. Ping pong might be... When was the last time we played
ping pong? All right, you guys. Well, thanks for listening to the inner workings and machinations of my mind. I hope you have a good evening.
Yes, Jerry. Well, thank you very much for the thought-provoking call. I hope you have a great night.
Oh, and I can't forget burritos for everybody.
Oh, well, thank you. We'll wait for the gift cards. Hello, caller on the air with C. Kimball.
And
hey guys,
Brett
it's the Pi 20, your favorite person ever.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It's the Pi 20, your favorite person ever.
Oh, hello, Pi. How are you doing?
I was going to mention you at the very end of the show, but you're already here. You've won an award.
Well, that's a lie.
Why is that a lie?
You guys are so cheap, you want to give anything away for free.
What are you talking about?
We have given things away for free.
Yeah, Carson's very first edition of his book, I handed out to, what was his name? I think it was Jerry. Wasn't it?
Jerry. Handing out propaganda is not the same as giving away something for free.
You have an award. I didn't say you have a prize, Pi. You're kind of conflating the two. But you have an award, and your award is you have been awarded the #1 Mormon Talk fan.
Yeah.
Well, now you're just lying again.
No, it's our award to give, and we have chosen you as Mormon Talk's #1 fan. You've been here since day one.
And you definitely have given us some hard balls in the past.
Yep, I'm planning on giving you another one right now when you're ready.
Okay, well,
I'm ready.
What? I'm pinned up against the wall. Go for it.
Okay, my question is, if the blessings that priesthood givers give to the people, why don't they use that on people who have COVID-19 and just wipe out the virus entirely?
That's just genuinely not how it works. The priesthood is not this big thing that's supposed to be just like deploy all priesthood holders to go put their hands on everyone's head, because it requires faith on both ends. So let's say a priesthood holder didn't have enough adequate faith, but he was still told to go do it. He'd be putting himself at risk. And so I think if
what if that same person was told by the prophet, like that the prophet gave a declaration to all priesthood holders?
Yeah, sure.
Why doesn't the prophet just do this?
I'd say that do it.
Well, you're actually Mormon. You should be able to petition your bishop to send a letter to someone or do anything, because you guys. Hello?
We're here. Don't worry, Pi.
Okay, I thought you hung up on me.
No, of course not. We love you.
We'd never hang up.
We've never.
Again, another lie.
Never hang up on you. Ever.
So why doesn't the prophet just sit there and give that ordination that would make it super easy? Just blink it across the board, just like you said, and make it super easy.
Why doesn't God just come down and take all of our thorns and thistles away and all of our troubles and all of our worry? Why doesn't he do that? Oh, wait. Have you ever heard of the Garden of Eden?
Well, that didn't happen, and God's not real.
What happened when they were cast out of the garden?
Well, that story didn't actually happen, so nothing actually happened.
Well, you're arguing principles here, and I'm trying to give doctrinal,
No.
explanation. Yes,
My-
I am.
My question is solely about COVID-19.
You've
and
decided the
priesthood.
answer, though, before you even asked the question. I'm trying to answer it, and
Well,
you're saying, nope,
well,
that's not the answer I
well,
want.
Most smart people already know what people are going to say who they disagree with.
What's that?
What?
You're grateful that you...
Like
you're
a
grateful that
lawyer
you've
would
been able
never,
to call in
like,
so many times? I didn't think I'd hear you say that.
And that
I
also
have not
you
called
are
in
grateful
months
for being
'cause
the
I actually
number
felt
one
sorry for you,
fan.
Carson, when you were going through and having all your emotional time and you're doing some medication, I actually felt sorry for you, and that's why I didn't really want to call in. I didn't want to sit there and frustrate you.
Well, you
I actually
never
felt really
frustrated
sad.
me
I like.
before.
Well, that's not true either.
No, it's true. You've only given me a reason to be a better person. That's why
That's a great way.
Brett and I have given you the #1 Mormon Talk Fan of all time award.
Yeah, you've
Which is
definitely
a total
propelled the
BS
show
award.
forward.
What's the award? It's a title.
No, the title doesn't mean anything.
It does. It does. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to refer to you as the Pi 20. Your
Well,
title
that's-
means
that's
something.
my-
It's an identification. You're
Yeah.
being identified by the Pi 20. If you didn't write that identification, I think this would be very confusing, because you wouldn't be able to say, "Hi, it's the Pi 20," and make known that you're the one calling in, trying to,
Are you saying all
hardballs.
titles mean nothing?
No, because I'm not going to give you my real name. That's
Oh,
stupid.
that's fine.
like-
Exactly. That's the point of Pi 20. If you didn't
Yeah,
have
it's a
that
nom de
name,
plume.
it's a title. Pi 20 is a title, and so you've used it to identify yourself. So I just debunked your
I'm not-
theory of titles don't even
not-
they have a purpose, and your title is, to us,
I'm
#1
saying
Mormon
that
Talk fan of all time.
I'm saying that the title you're giving has no power at all.
It does.
Nothing is given.
It has totally
It's-
changed everything.
Well, that's a little rude. It's many people would, I imagine, seek after such a title. I believe Randy might be one of them. He's definitely given it his all. But because of the way that you've challenged
Randy's
us as
aggressive
hosts,
in a different way that I'm aggressive.
Pi
I'm
20.
aggressive in the way that I try to pinpoint a question.
Pi 20.
Randy is aggressive.
I
that
love
he
you.
repeats
Here,
the
let's
same thing.
read the chat. Let's read the chat. New Deal Lois says, at the Pi 20, it means a lot to us. You're the Pi #1. See? It means something to these people.
Well,
Arizona
you guys
says,
miss-
I want to be the #1 fan. I'm
No.
sorry, Arizona, but the title goes to the
Carson?
Pi 20.
Carson and Brett, you guys are missing critical information. That's all I can say.
I disagree.
Here's the critical information that I want you to understand. We love you. Genuinely. I have love in my heart for you, the Pi 20.
Absolutely.
Genuinely.
Absolutely.
That's all I care. That's all I care about. You've been here since day one, and even when you haven't called in, you've been there. You've been there, and we thank you for that. And the hardballs, that's okay. Like I've said many times, everyone gets hardballs thrown at them, especially in a position like we're in. When we're in this position, we're a magnet for hardballs.
You definitely challenged us. Yes.
So, thank you.
Well, I'm still trying to get an answer of why the church doesn't
Here's my
have.
answer. And you can throw it in the trash can before I even say it. But when Adam and Eve were cast out of the garden, okay, they were...
So if you're trying to convince someone, you have to use their framework to convince someone.
Well, if you don't
You're
believe
using
that,
the framework
then...
But why aren't you using our framework then?
Wait a minute. Then why are you saying that... Okay, because
I'm
obviously
trying
if you
to
don't
use
believe the scriptures,
your
you don't believe that President Nelson is the prophet.
I'm trying to use your framework to see that you're wrong.
So let's stay in this framework. Okay.
Can't jump frameworks.
It's called moving the goalposts, the Pi 20. That's
No,
it's a
I'm not moving
fallacy.
the goalposts.
You are. You just moved it.
No, I'm saying that the framework as I'm giving is I'm trying to convince you guys that you guys are wrong. So I use the
but
framework
you're
that
not
you guys gave.
You're not engaging into a discussion about it. You're saying, nope, I only want you to I want you to be confounded, Carson and Brett, but we're not. We're not confounded at all. I have a very, very clear answer. You just don't want to hear it. But anyway,
Well,
here's
you
my
guys are
answer for
ignorant
you,
to a lot
Pi
of
20.
things.
We love you. I love you genuinely. If I knew you in person, I'd go out,
Give you a big hug.
and give you a big hug, and take you to lunch. We could go to Cafe Rio.
So congratulations.
They're okay, I guess.
On
I live in Arizona.
being
We have
Mormon
American
Talk's number
people
one
in Puerto
fan.
Rico.
You could cuck for Brett and myself, because we know
I will
you
not do
love to
that.
cuck.
You are not a pretty girl, so
Well-
you will not ever get cooked for.
Well, I think you know what, I would
Hey,
try for it.
I love to cook for, men. That's a little what? Just because we're men, you're not gonna
he's
cook
just-
for us?
I think Pi 20 is just trying to be a little bit zany.
Okay.
But
Okay.
anyway,
No,
thank you.
Unless you're family and you're a guy, I won't cook for you. Only family. If you're a cute girl, I'll do whatever. No problems.
Isn't cooking about bringing joy?
What do they call
Don't you
that?
want to bring us joy, Pi
Yeah.
20?
No.
Oh.
You guys are not good people. Brett, especially, is not a good person.
What are you talking
Well,
about?
that's the end of this call. That was just
That was a little
too much.
low ball.
Hello, caller. You're on the air with C. Kimball.
And be called. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hey guys, it's me, Jerry, again. I usually don't call twice in an episode, but I just have to say, the Pi 20 is one ungrateful son of a honey bun. I really dislike how he treated you folks. It seems like he's
That's
always
okay.
just trying to argue, and
When we talked about it, when we talked about giving him the award, we kind of ran through the scenario of him, trying to throw it in our face in some way or another. So,
But it is.
we were
We don't mean
prepared.
this pretentious. It is literally. He's been here since day one. He's given effort. He's called into the show. He's had disagreements. He's clenched a hardball hard in his hand and tossed it straight at us. Many times, and we're not against that. We're just against contention, I guess. But he's been here since day one.
And as Carson said, he's pushed us to be better hosts for the show.
Right.
Without his pushing and his constant pushback, we might be soft. We might be a lot softer as hosts and not be ready for such hardballs.
yeah,
The
that's
Pi
really
20 is an
true.
OG.
What does OG
Carson
mean?
did call. Okay, the Pi 20 more like the commie. Okay, no, hold on. Everybody Wing Chun says the Pi 20 awesome call.
Only teriyaki. What does OG mean?
That means.
Yeah, all right.
original
Well, you guys
gangster.
just keep your heads up and don't let them get you down.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Jerry. Have a great night.
Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
And Brett O'Call, welcome to Mormon Talk.
I just want to make sure you guys know that the reason why I think you guys are bad people is because you guys are both racist.
No.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, have you?
Can you repeat? Can you repeat that? I didn't hear that.
Cook for us yet? Hold on. Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
And Brett O'Call, welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hello, Carson. It's Dave from Australia.
Hello, Dave. I believe you're Brett. You're Beth's.
You're Brett's husband. Just kidding.
Yes, Beth's husband.
Yes. Well, welcome to the show.
Nice to have you on.
Well, thank you very much. Look, I've got some questions. Considering today it's friendship is the theme, and I know your show is very family-friendly, oriented to people in families and kids. And I think one of the things about friendship is that friendship starts in a family. Unless you have good friendships with your parents and between parents and kids and between siblings, that's where I think you learn friendship. But I've got a problem because in recent times, the friendship I have with my father has become strained. It makes it hard because having watched your show, I've come to realize a few things. And it makes me sad because I have to talk to my dad, and it's become really difficult to be his friend because of what he does for a living. And before you jump to any conclusions, it's okay, he's not a gamer, but he does grow soy. He's a farmer, and it makes me sad. That,
Well, is he aware
I
of
just
the-
want to be his friend, and
Right. Well, do you think
I've tried to talk to him about these things.
Yeah, no, it really, if you sit down with your father and you show him true sincerity and, you really open up to him and show a vulnerable side of yourself and, maybe, express to him, some of the concerns you may have about, his living. And maybe some information that he doesn't have, or maybe that he hasn't taken too seriously in the past. I think it would. If you're not coming at him in kind of like an attack motion or anything like that, I think he'd be very, very willing to listen to new information presented.
And I think that not all soy farmers know the effects of soy, because some of them
They're not
have
evil.
been doing it for traditionally for a long time, because this information about soy wasn't always available. Whereas like maybe a nicotine farmer or marijuana farmer or something like that, they know what they're doing, and they know that they're like nicotine farmers and pot farmers. They know exactly the product that they're selling and why they're selling it, so they can addict people and hook them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I think that you should, kind of, like Brett said, be vulnerable and remember that he'll always be, first and foremost, your dad. And as long as you remind him of that, I think that his heart will open up.
Yeah. And, I can speak from experience because...
at least a bit better, as long as he's not eating it, but simply being exposed to it in the farm, in the paddock, that would be still pretty bad.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe that, just being in contact with it, touching it, things can seep through your skin. It is a membrane, and even if he's not directly ingesting it in large amounts or anything like that, just working around it that much will have the exact same effects. Especially if he's been doing it his entire life. I can't imagine that, it wouldn't have any effect on him. So, it's, maybe show him, some other cases of, soy overconsumption or just soy consumption. And maybe show him, the man he could be.
I do wonder about our whole farming district. I know that a lot of people grow things like tea and coffee. Even we've found that some people like to plant marijuana in paddocks, hidden among other crops.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
It concerns me that perhaps the root cause of all this is the soybeans themselves. Maybe they're having some kind of a corrupting influence on the whole area.
Well, it's... as we're trying to say, there are, just because someone is a farmer for, let's say, soy or something else, and they don't understand kind of what they're producing and giving to the general public, it doesn't make them devious in any way. But there are people that are trying to hurt other people, or through marijuana, through nicotine, through coffee too. And what I've learned is that at least here stateside, we have something called the Mexican cartel, and they're taking over the farming industry, which was a very big surprise to hear for me, but it totally makes sense because they started taking over all these farms so that they could grow their marijuana, but they also keep some of, like you were saying, they kind of hide the marijuana in their fields, and so I've known they've taken over avocado farms because those have been very profitable for them. And then they've also, planted marijuana and other, what is the?
It's cocaine.
Cocaine. They planted cocaine, and then you know, it's
Hold on.
It's so strange.
Sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt you both. Suzanne Bocut says Dr. Shades is in custody.
Oh, no.
And someone else, Shulem said, I'm the new board admin at Mormon Discussions. Shades got booted? Oh, no. I hope these guys are just joking. Can the chat tell me if you're joking or not, please? Sorry, you guys go on with your call. I'm sorry, I just... sorry, I'm so sorry. Please, I apologize. Continue on about...
Oh, I was just saying it's very interesting to me that stateside here the drug cartels have started taking over the farming industry, and so you know there is some of that, like some of these people, I'm sure, you know, in Australia too, because it is so profitable for them and it's such a great way to hide their you know, devious plots. And so really, you know, maybe talk to him about moving out of the farming industry, or you know, just maybe having like a personal farm, because I'm sure he loves farming. I love farming, but you know, the large scale industrial farming, you know, maybe just go to like a neighborhood farm or something to kind of occupy his time, but no soy.
I just think we need to take Jesus' advice, maybe, like what he said when he was on the cross. Father, forgive them. They know not what they do.
They know not what they do.
And I think your father probably doesn't know what he's doing. Well, anyway, thank you so much for your call. We really hope that your familial bonds can be mended.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
I do like what he had to say about friendship starts in the family. That's really, you know, I love that idea.
Hello, caller. You're on the air with C. Kimball.
And be called. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hello, don't hang up. Do not hang up.
Okay.
All right. See, I have prepared a song. Like, is it okay if I sing it live on the air?
Sure.
All right, this is a family-friendly song, so let me get the instrumentals. Hold on. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello.
Hello?
All right, that's it.
Well, you've definitely got a... wait, hold on.
You want me to redo it?
Wait, you sang the words?
No, you're okay.
All right, hold on. 1738. Hey, I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. Seen you're pretty since you came in the door. I just wanna chill, got a stripe for us to roll. Married to the money, introduce her to my stove. Short rather whipping out rebates below.
We don't need to comment on that.
Okay. So that is a good segue into something that we wanted to share tonight. It is something that you guys made for us, and
are we gonna wait till the end? Because we haven't, like I said earlier, we haven't been able to look at this. We've been saving it. Do we want to save it for the very end?
I don't know.
I think we should.
Okay. What if you decide that? But it's getting kind of late.
We'll end at the end of the hour.
Okay.
Okay, there's another call coming in.
Hello, caller. You are live on the air with Brett and...
Delete it. Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson.
Oh, great. I'm so happy. I've been trying to call in all night.
Oh, well, wonderful. Well, I'm glad you made it on.
Right. So my name is Brian T. Stevenson, and last week, Carson, I heard you mention Soylent, which reminded me a lot of my own conversion story to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Do you think it would be all right if I shared a bit of it?
Sure
I touched a lot on the evils of soy and so many other things that Carson talked about in your book.
Oh, well, wonderful. Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, so I used to be the fiance of Rob Reinhardt. You know, he was the guy who founded Soylent. So I've really seen life on the worst side outside of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Are you guys familiar at all with Soylent?
I mean,
Heard of Soylent? Yeah,
I've heard of it. Of
like
course.
I said, Scarlett used to go to a yoga group. It was in either American Fork. I don't remember. She went to a couple, but one of them I was waiting to pick her up, and outside of the yoga studio was a Soylent truck, like to serve Soylent on the side of the road. So I know what Soylent is, and I know it's a one of those really darker companies that sell soy-based, soybean-filled products, and
right,
that can be very harmful to people in ways that science is still just coming out with an absolute just sliding down the chute of new information.
Right. So, like, the most evil part about it to me was that they claim you can basically live completely off of Soylent. So just completely off of soy products, which is absolutely insane. So 9 divided by 2 equals 19.5. So I used to drink this stuff too, but I've most definitely quit it all. Just like my dad quit drinking brandy. My name is Brandy Stevenson, by the way. So anyway, Rob Reinhardt and I moved out to Palo Alto in Silicon Valley because I got a job working at Facebook at the time. And we had a nice little apartment, but Rob was really struggling to find a job. And I always thought that, like, the next big thing was around the corner. But I didn't expect that we'd go down such a dark road and get involved in the soy community. So anyway, while I worked, Rob would go to coffee shops and try to find Silicon Valley business partners to join him on his projects. But people were like just so different in the Silicon Valley. He started making friends with like vegans and vegetarians from all these tech firms, and all these types were interested in sci-fi and TV shows that mock the existence of God, like shows like Rick and Morty. And I regret to say that, like, I bit Satan's hook, and all these fun, fanciful ideas from Satan just sank into me. And soon they were all my friends, too. And we got into gaming and smoking marijuana, and I thought that I was happy at first, but wickedness never was happiness. So when you're smoking marijuana, it was just so hard to feel the spirit. And so we took sci-fi to the next level. And we ate incredible amounts of soy and tofu, and like it just never would satisfy us.
Wow.
So yeah,
and you probably had no idea what it was doing to you either. I mean, it's not like they were sharing it like, "Hey, you wanna? I bought some soy off the streets. You wanna smoke it with us?" Like, it wasn't like that. It was like you were drinking it or eating it, and you can buy it in the store, and like it's just one of those. It's kind of like a margarine, everyone thought margarine was great. Or Teflon pans, and no one knew.
Yeah. So, like, they called themselves the soy community, I'm not joking. And I mean, among them were, like, transhumanists and futurists and, like,
the soy
artificial
community?
intelligence coders. Yeah, the soy community. Wow. Yeah. There's Wiccans in there. There was even a few Scientologists.
Are you serious?
Because of the marijuana. Yeah, there were Scientologists with them.
So you're part of a soy-based community, and there were all sorts of people with just Wiccans? That's witchcraft, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Oh. What?
Yeah, and because of all the marijuana we were smoking in the video games, we just were not able to see truth from error. Rob started to call himself a vampire, and a scientist, and a wizard, a tech guru. So, I really lived like that for a few months, and it was really starting to get miserable. And do you know what the last straw was?
What was that?
So, Rob would ask if he could borrow bits of things here and there, like for his potions and his transhumanist experiments and for his artificial intelligence experiments. So he'd ask if he would borrow, like, blood or bits of my hair to extract some DNA for his work.
What?
And I was all... Yeah, I know. And I was all well and fine with it.
Oh, he's not like
yeah, because I was just like all hooked up on marijuana.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely. Yeah. That's exactly. They were probably intentionally having you smoke marijuana. So that you
that must be what it was.
a state where you're not You're not questioning what they're doing. They're experimenting with.
Yeah, you had no concept of consent at this point.
Yeah. So, I mean, the night before I met... Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear very well.
You're fine.
But the night before I met my sister missionaries, Sister Alcott and Sister Ping, he asked me if he could borrow my brain cells so that he could build a calculator out of them. I mean, sometimes I worry the guy might try to clone me or something, but, that's only science fiction, So, anyway, the sister missionaries knocked on my door and told me about Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon, and it really struck a chord within my heart. And I finally heard something that wasn't science fiction, and that's like the first I haven't heard in months. So that night, I felt such a burning in my bosom that I left Rob in the middle of the night. I didn't leave a note or anything. I'm sure he called the police, worried sick, but I never looked back. So with just the clothes on my back, I started my journey into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I've never been happier.
I'm absolutely happy for you.
You should write a book about this.
Yeah, no, that sounds like quite a path you've been on and you've walked.
Oh, it was wild, yeah.
Yeah,
You could write a book.
I'm just happy with where it's ended, yeah.
You should write a book about your experience. It would expose a lot about the underground kind of, I guess you'd say, transhumanist community,
Yeah.
Trying to, or futurist.
9 divided by 2 equals 19.5.
Oh.
24.28 plus 31.95 plus 8.1.
Well, we don't want to take you away from your arithmetic, but anyway, thank you very much for calling in, and thank you for your inspiring story.
Well, it was insightful.
All right, bye. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
Oh, okay. Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
And Brett O'Call. Sorry. What would you like to talk about tonight, caller?
Hello, caller?
Caller? You're live on the air.
Hello, can you hear me?
Absolutely, I can hear you.
Okay, so I just said that you need to play the song.
Oh, it's coming
so
very
that we
soon.
Can call in. No, because we need to call in and talk about it, because if you play the last
there'll be
5
time.
seconds, then
There'll
we're
be
all...
time.
Okay. Also, did that last caller diarrhea? Because the phone lines were pretty clogged up, you know what I mean? Okay. Thanks for playing the song.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, we're
thank
going to
you.
get on that right about now.
Okay,
Hello, caller. You are live on the air with Brett O'Call.
Hear me.
Hello? Caller?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, welcome to the show.
You can hear me?
Yes.
This is Sister Bunker. Hello?
Hello?
I'm having a
Hello,
hard
Sister
time.
Bunker. This is Randy.
Hello.
Hi, Randy.
Hi,
I'm
Sister
in
Bunker.
Texas. Hi,
Wait.
Randy.
Randy, can you
I'm on
pipe down?
Mediterranean, and I'm having a hard time. I'm tripping out. I'm seeing things in my room. Randy, are you there? Help me, Randy.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello, Sister Bunker.
Randy, did you sing this song? I need you to sing this song because I'm freaking out. Please sing this song
All right.
right now. Help me.
1738. Hey, I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. Seen you pretty since you came in the door. I just
Okay, I think that...
want to chill.
Furries are gone.
I don't... Well... Okay, everyone, we're going to go ahead and close the phone lines.
Yeah, we just had to...
No. Time for this. Okay, everyone, so we, like I said, for anyone who wasn't here at the beginning of the show, we received an email, and it looks like someone has prepared a song for us to watch, or a music video of a song that someone did. I opened it, I watched a few seconds of it, and then I realized this is going to be awesome. I exercised all of my self-control. I paused the video, I exited out, and Brett and I want to watch it, and I want, if it's bad, I apologize. We'll exit out of it, but nevertheless, we're going to watch this together and react to it.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, without further ado, does everyone want to hear this wonderful song that's been made for us?
Everybody clap.
Let's go ahead and look at the chat.
I'm ready to hear this song. I've been waiting, not very patiently.
Yeah, I've been chomping at the bit.
It's been tough.
I had a moment of weakness where I listened to the same 5 seconds of it again, just because it's like kind of like a teaser trailer, you know. But we're gonna go ahead and listen. It looks like a lot of people are saying that they're in the song. I don't know what to expect, but I hope it's
they're
not
in the
filth.
song. Really?
I hope it's not filth. All right, everyone. The song was called "Window to His Love," named after my book. Let's watch together.
Wow. I love that shot.
There's a place I've come to know where the righteous always flock. It's a beacon for my soul. It is called Mormon Talk. Carson has shown me hope, that happiness is mine. Jesus takes my load through the rough and tumble time, and I will raise all the curtains.
I really love this.
Unlatch the window to his love. I will bow my head to thee, fast and pray, get on my knees and say, I will praise. There's a book that draws me near to his everlasting light, and the truth is witness clear, and I know what's wrong from right. Riker shows me hope, that eternal life is mine.
Next time we have Riker back.
Jesus takes my load through the rough and tumble time, and I will raise all the curtains up, unlatch the window to his love. I will bow my head to thee, fast and pray, get on my knees and say,
That was I don't even you guys really, you guys are so fantastic. I can't even believe that you thought of us and you took the time to really put together a song like that. It means so much to me.
I have no idea what to say. Wow. Wow. I'm sorry. Keep talking, Brad. Sorry.
I'm speechless. I got nothing.
Wow. That was. I think to be Brett and I right now is just way different to be you guys. And whoever made that, It was a bunch of people. The credits were at the end.
Thank you so much.
Wow, that was not expected. That was so good.
Yeah,
that was so cool and so heartfelt and so good. And I don't even know what to. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say.
I thought it was gonna be pretty cool, but I never thought it'd be on that level. I never thought that we would.
For everyone that is watching that did not participate in that, wonderful. That's totally fine. But please, in your homes right now, clap. Please clap. That was
clap.
That was amazing. That was amazing. And just the work that must have gone into that, and the fact that people collaborated, and the best part was when the fans came out at the end and they all joined in unison. That was crazy to me. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Wow, thank you. I don't know what to Scarlett is gonna. I don't know what to say. That was amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who did that. I'm probably gonna watch it 100 more times after the show is over.
Yeah, I might set that to my ringtone.
Oh, let's take a look at the chat. Sister Edith Bunker said that song helped me not freak out on my medicine. Wonderful. Carson did. I'm fappy. The Dangler Mangler said can't clap 2 bit. Okay, Yotan Du says, well played. Lowlander, easy clap. Arizona, it was amazing. Samson Avar, that was completely bonza. What's bonza? I'm clapping my cousin's cheeks. At Jesus Christ and Jane, that was amazing. So Jane was involved in this.
Wonderful singer.
I think that... I don't remember who that is in the chat, but...
Wonderful singing. To everyone.
Happy
involved.
Meg says, we love you, Mormon Talk. Wow. We love you. Wow. You guys shouldn't have done that. We're not worthy of something like that, to be honest. That is way...
It's a little much for our little rinky-dink show we got here.
This
brought it to a whole new level.
We can't believe that. That is amazing. We're going to open the phone lines.
We will absolutely upload that.
We're going to open up the phone line. Where can I find? Well, we had it in the email. Oh, it was on YouTube. Anyway, we opened up the phone lines. Oh, we've got calls just pouring in. Hello, caller. You're on the air with C. Kimball.
And B. Call. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hello, this is Randy.
Hi, Randy.
Thank you for your
song.
contribution to the song.
Yeah,
that
what
was
did you
wonderful.
think of my part?
It was like, hello, this is Randy. Window to his love. Hello, this is Randy. Hold on to the rod. Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, it was awesome. It was so cool it was such a surprise to hear you. It was so cool.
Yeah. It was very,
right,
very
thank
good.
you. A lot of work went into that song, so I'm glad you guys can review it like on stream.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed.
Of course we would.
I'm embarrassed. Wow. Just my reaction. I'm so embarrassed. I don't know what to say. Wow. That was so cool. There's nothing. I don't think I can remember a gift that I've been
Arizona
given.
said, was it a surprise to hear Randy?
It was a surprise to hear Randy.
But,
that was an amazing gift to Brett and I. That was awesome.
Can I say something, though?
Please do.
Sure, Randy.
You know who was in the song?
Who?
Pi 10. So I think I should get #1 fan.
The Pi 20?
Yeah, whatever his name.
You know what, Randy?
I'm the #1 fan.
You know what, Randy?
Yeah.
I'm going to make an executive decision, and I'm hoping Brett will back me up on this. The Pi 20 cast away his metaphysical metal, if you will. And I think we can pick it up and brush the dirt off of it, and it belongs to you, Randy. Randy O'Call is the #1 fan of Mormon Talk with Carson O'Kimball and Brett O'Call.
Yeah.
You've heard it here, folks.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. You are #1 fan.
Well, I'd like to thank God and I'd like to thank Brett O'Call and Carson O'Kimball.
You're very welcome, son.
And I'd like to thank Window 2 is the Love for bringing me to this point in my life.
Thank you. Wow.
I'd like to thank, this is overwhelming, Dr. Shades.
I hope he's okay, but yes, thank you, Dr. Shades. Wow, okay, well, thank you so much for everything.
I'm glad we could absolutely make your night, Randy. We have a few other calls because people are very excited to call in. So
Thank you, Randy.
Thank you, Randy. Hello, caller. You are live on the air with Brett O'Call
And Carson O'Kimball.
Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hi, it's Sue Ann.
Oh, hello, Sue Ann.
You were the singer in that song?
No, I mean, I was in it, but I wasn't the lead vocalist. It seems Jane Burge was the lead vocalist.
Wow, she was epic.
Yeah, but I was in the choir, in the background.
Oh,
I thought it was kind of funny how they told me Jesus Christ said, I would like you to sing the whole song. We're going to feature your vocals. And I sang the whole song. I spent my whole entire day. I poured my whole entire everything into it, and I sang the song. And they didn't use my voice as the lead vocals, which I thought was kind of a fail because I'm a member of the Tabernacle Choir. So you would think that they would, use my vocals for that. But
Jane,
she can have her day.
Here's the thing. When we made our song for Mormon Talk, the Christmas song that we made, Holding On to Christmas.
I'm holding on to Christmas.
That is the exact one. Carson had me sing the entire song, and I sang it top to bottom, and it was spectacular. And but in his wisdom, he chose to use the highlight of my vocals in the most intimate part of the song.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like if you have this little solo of Brett O'Call, it packs way more of a punch. And
yeah, it was.
I thought it was great.
And so and the cool thing is that he still has all of my singing on a file somewhere, and so he can use that somewhere else. So I'm just trying to relate to you in that way of like I too at first was a little downtrodden when I realized I was delegated to such a small part, but then I realized how important and impactful that part was. So we loved having all of our fans singing, and it was absolutely fantastic. So thank you for your contribution to the song. It was impactful.
I just thought that it was a little bit of a blunder on their part. I thought I could have highlighted those vocals a little bit more, hit some more notes.
Well,
I am in the Tabernacle Choir. I did want to say I'm in the Tabernacle Choir.
That's
and
awesome.
You can see me in the Alex Boyer, the Circle of Life video. I'm right behind him. You can see me the whole time.
Wow.
We'll have to check that out.
We'll have to check that out.
If you feel that way, then what's stopping you from making your own song or submitting some of your vocal work for Talent Talk?
I already did that, and you guys didn't even listen to it.
Oh, well, we'd love to hear it for Talent Talk next month. Anyway, we have like 5 calls coming in. We got to keep these.
Sorry. Don't want to clog up the line. Goodbye.
Hello, caller. You are live on the air with Brett O'Call.
Hello.
And Carson O'Kimball. Hello.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was freaking out.
That's okay.
It's this new medicine that I'm on.
I totally understand.
Well, wonderful. We're glad that you kind of got grounded. We have 5 calls.
That song, that made me feel, that grounded me. It made me feel better. So
wonderful.
I'm so sorry. I love you guys. I love that song. They even had me on there.
Yeah,
Let
we
this
were.
person, Jay Columbine, hate me. He keeps saying bad things about me in the chat.
Oh well,
It makes me sad.
I did not.
We'll stop him. You look very.
Shut up. That is rude, young man.
That is absolutely rude. Columbine, please do not say such mean things to anybody else in the chat. It is very unbecoming.
We need our mod. What happened to Hunter?
Hunter's, I think he's on vacation or something. We haven't really heard from him. So you looked very wonderful.
We have a lot of calls.
Yep.
Yes.
I love you boys.
Oh,
and I'll see you next Monday.
All right.
Have a great night, sister. Get some good rest.
Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
And Brett O'Call. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello.
You're on the air.
Oh, thanks. Hi, my name is Kieran Lee, and I'm a first-time caller to your show, and I've been watching it for a while now.
All
and I gotta
right.
really hand it to those who've done that song. I mean, it was so inspiring.
Absolutely.
So inspiring. Yeah, so is it okay if I share a song myself?
Go for
it. Like one of my favorite Christian singers, just to try to keep the vibe going.
Okay. If I could ask, maybe do a quick excerpt of the song. Maybe your favorite part to sing, because we are a little limited on time at the moment. I apologize. We do have a talent talk section coming up at the first Monday of next month, and if you would like to submit a video or a recording of you singing your full song, okay.
I choose to follow Jesus. I choose to follow the Lord. Hey, hey, I choose to follow Jesus. I choose to follow the Lord. I was created to walk with God, talk with God, to know and love God. And I've got to know who my life pleases, glorify Jesus, be like Jesus in all I do, all I say, all I think.
That was.
I choose to follow Jesus.
That was absolutely wonderful. Oh, he's.
My name is Justin Smith. I'm going to fuck this baby. No.
Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
And Brett O'Call. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Carson.
Hello. Well,
in the flesh.
It's a new name, Noah. How you doing, buddy?
Whoa! Wow. New name Noah. I haven't heard from you in a while. I'm doing
I
great.
was excited. I heard you guys were finally throwing in the towel and giving up, and this is your last episode. Somebody told me that through the grapevine tonight, and I wanted to call up and wish you a fond farewell. You guys are done. You're wrapping it up. Is that what's going on?
No, we are not. The show is not finished.
We're this is our last Twitch TV show. We're moving on to YouTube.
Oh, okay. All right, moving on to YouTube. Well, good for you. Good for you. I think that's bigger and better things. I think more people are familiar with YouTube than Twitch. So will people still be able to call in live and
Yes.
have a chat conversation going?
It wouldn't be Mormon Talk without it.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Hey, quick question for you, Carson.
Yes.
So I'll admit I've kind of stepped back a little bit and just kind of bowed out of this, and I did not call to give you a hard time tonight and like that, but I wanted to ask something that kind of came up this past week with somebody. Just long story short, I'd like to talk about patriarchal blessings.
Okay.
I'm assuming you and Brett have both had your patriarchal blessings, correct?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
And I don't. I mean, I know some people are really, really like sensitive about patriarchal blessings. Like they won't share anything. They treat their patriarchal blessing like their temple endowments, where they really don't discuss it
Right.
with other people. Is that how you feel about your patriarchal blessing, or is it something that you're able and willing to discuss and share? Because I mean, I've seen people in sacrament get up and talk
Yeah.
and literally quote from their patriarchal blessing.
Yeah.
Do you ever do that?
Yeah. So, if you've read my book, which I don't think you have, in the very first chapter of my book, with patriarchal blessings, you don't want to just go share them with everyone. I usually limit it to just family, and when I'm inspired to talk about something, which is pretty rare, but I mentioned in my book, there was a part of my patriarchal blessing that, kind of led to me feeling like I should do Mormon talk. But other than that, it's a very sacred, sensitive thing, and it's not something, you just want to tell everyone, It's personal.
Exactly.
Well, I was just curious. I mean,
okay.
Well, the reason I asked is because I don't know if you're aware of this. Do you know, like, if you lost your patriarchal blessing, if you lost it, I mean, nobody memorizes the thing, I would think.
No.
So if you lost your patriarchal blessing, do you have any idea how you would acquire a new copy of your patriarchal blessing?
I think you have to go through maybe a bishop, or I think maybe actually if you go on like I think if you log in with your church membership number or something, I think you can request it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed, you can. The reason I ask, you don't. I mean, I don't expect you to share it with me by all means, but do you have access to your patriarchal blessing? Like, I mean, you don't have it like with you, do you? You don't. I know some people have that. I actually have it like laminated. They shrink it down. They have it laminated. I've seen crazy things. They keep it with their scriptures. Do you keep yours with you all the time, or do you have access to your patriarchal blessing?
Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah.
Would you do me a favor? Just could you pull your patriarchal blessing out? You don't need to share it with Brett. Maybe you have. I don't know. It's an old mission companion. Maybe.
I've peeked.
No.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
When we were on our mission, we talked about them one time, but I don't have. Hey, Scarlett. Can you look inside my scripture bag? And my patriarchal blessing, it should be folded up in it's tucked into the quad.
Scarlett.
She's
I would like to share a passage from my patriarchal blessing. Now I know
it's okay. Don't worry about Scarlett. Sorry.
Patriarchal blessings are very personal to some people. Some people literally, I've seen it before, will quote them in talks during sacrament meetings. So, to each his own. But I have a patriarchal blessing here in front of me, and I was. Let me see. I'm just looking here. I was through the lineage of the tribe of Ephraim. Okay, so I was part of the tribe of Ephraim. The patriarch said he blesses me to know, let's see, my courage and wisdom and friendship were well known, blah, 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 blah. It talks about pre-existence, yada, yada. Hey, do you have your patriarchal blessing there with you?
No, hold on.
Well, it's okay. You don't need to, because I took the liberty of getting a copy of your patriarchal blessing. Now, I'll admit this may or may not have involved identity fraud, but we're not going to go there. You have no proof. You can't back it up. But one part of your patriarchal blessing actually says, and I quote, you shall use also a white stone to guide you as you continue your learning throughout time and space. What the heck? Do you have a white stone, Carson? Do you have a peep stone?
What? Hold on.
Wait. Here's another part of your patriarchal blessing. Says your wife apparently is going to be super hot, because it says the Lord blesses you to know that you shall marry in His house and be sealed to a woman who shall be desirable to many.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
I got a copy of your patriarchal blessing. I just posted it online. But it's hilarious. Your patriarch must have been on acid or something or another. Your patriarch was Rand Smithy.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Okay.
I can't give you details. So if you want to know how I got it, I can't tell you that.
Wait,
but
no,
let's
you
just
need
say
to, you need to tell, because that's identity. You need to tell me.
no can do. Call the police, brother. Gotta go.
I can't.
Love ya. Bye bye.
Take his number right.
Hello, caller. I'm so. Hold on.
You're okay.
What the? Okay.
What the heck, indeed.
Wait. Let's turn off the mics. Turn off the mics.
Oh.
Hold on. Sorry, caller. We're gonna turn off the. You're off the air right now. Can you just hold on?
Oh, okay.
So you won't be able to hear.
New name Noah, be gone.
Okay, we're gonna. Okay, let's go back. Okay. Hey. Okay. Hi, caller. Real quick. This is gonna be the last call of the night.
Oh.
With that last call, obviously, I think everyone that's watching can understand. But anyway, go ahead, caller.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is just Jane. I was the vocalist in the video.
Yes, Jane.
And thank you for playing it.
Well, of
You're
course.
So welcome. That was so awesome. Your voice was epic.
We love
Thank
playing
you.
wonderful things, and we will always have a spot on our show for talent such as that.
Oh my goodness, thank you. I'm gonna make a new song called "Be Gone," new name Noah. You know.
I think that would be I see. Here's the thing. I think that might kind of poke the hornet's nest, and I don't want him finding mine and reading it and releasing it. That would be absolutely terrible.
I'm just kidding. No shade, no shade at all. I'm just kidding. I just felt like that was a little bizarre. I just wanted to say, keep your head up, and I wanted to make a public apology to Sue-Ann for taking the spotlight in that video. And I just felt like I needed to apologize.
Well, I'm sure she
appreciates
that
that
loud
deeply.
And clear and appreciates it.
She sent me
she has a
47 whispers. She sent me 47 whispers that I can't even say on this family-friendly show. So, anyway, just wanted to say sorry and love you guys and hold on to the rod. So, love you guys.
You too.
Bye.
Have a great night.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm so. Oh gosh, that would have been such an amazing call if I were not in this headspace right. Hold on. Okay, I'm looking at the chat. We don't have Hunter here today, so I don't have. Okay, people, do not email new name Noah, please. Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry. I can't even.
Why?
What do we do at this? What do we do at this point?
We have to end the show. Okay, everyone, we're gonna end the show. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for all the positive moments in this episode. I'm so sorry. Let's talk about the song next week as well. I'm gonna listen to it a million times. Thank you so much for everyone who came to the show. Please, if you haven't already, go to YouTube right now, type in Mormon Talk, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Because this is our last Twitch show ever. So if you haven't done it, go on over right now, subscribe, and next week, come to Twitch. We won't be here, sadly, but we'll be on YouTube. So we'll see you there. Go ahead and do it right now. If not, it's been very, very fun. It's been awesome. Thank you so much for watching Mormon Talk, but we hope that you'll come with us. Wait, God, please don't. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Goodbye to Hunter.
Oh, one more thing. We did want to say before we ended, we are creating a hall of moderators. Our hall of honorary moderators. Hunter has not been with us. And I think that he's hung up the hat, so to speak.
Yeah.
And that's okay. He's done such an amazing job. Please, in the chat right now, thank Hunter. And thank him for all the wonderful modding that he's done. Moderating the. I wish he was here right now. But his plaque will be hung up in the Hall of Moderators. So thank you, Hunter Scholl. You're awesome. Much love. Take care. We will see you all next week till we meet again.
Till we meet again
on YouTube. So thank you, everyone. Dude, come on. Do you have? Hold on.
I don't even know what the proper channels are.
No, hold on. I can look up Mike Norton. I can look up Mike. He has.
No, I have his number here.
Oh,
I wrote down his number.
Yeah, you have his number.
What should we do with it?
Hold on, let me call him. What the heck, dude? What the heck, dude? What's the number? Here. Oh, no, I got it.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah.
How did you... Seriously, Mike, you need to tell me how you got that. Because that's not right. Why? Why? Okay, why is it funny, though?
I cannot reveal that. How's it go? I'm drunk, I'm sorry. I refuse to
Of course you're drunk.
incriminate myself. So, let's just say I don't think the police will be terribly interested in searching for somebody who dug up some of these patriarchal blessings.
I think they will be.
I think that they will be, and I think Brett's going to text the police.
You file a complaint with the police, and file a complaint with the police, and let's see how that goes. It'll be hilarious.
Okay, listen, I don't think I'm going to even do that. You're right, it's not even worth it, but...
No,
why
I
is it
think
worth
it is.
it? Why is
it is worth it.
Why is it worth it to you, New Name? Why is it worth it to you?
I'm just having fun with you guys. I didn't mean to upset you. I don't want to get your magic panties in a bunch, for God's sakes.
Well, okay, I'll hand it to you. You figured out how to literally splash the show with the biggest splash yet, because that is wrong. You shouldn't do that. You know that this is wrong, and I can hear you laughing. And
it's not a laughing matter.
This is ridiculous, and it was such a good show. Like, why?
I was so...
Why? Did you see that it was a good show and just think that it'd be funny to just ruin it?
We were having a great night with the video that our fans sent in, and
that was a great video.
And
I'll
then
give
you
it to
just
you. That was a
turn
good
it
one.
around and destroy it.
Listen, you know what? I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let. But
No,
honestly,
we gotta do something.
Please don't email it to
Let
people.
it go. Let it go.
No.
Okay, gotta go, Brett. Love you. Bye-bye.
What an ape. That man.
I am gonna file a report with